Welcome back to Localite, everybody. I've got Dr. Cardosi and Dr. Ann Stanley with me today, and they're here to talk about Water's Edge, the new Mid-Columbia Medical Center that is been built. So before the break, we were just talking about some of the services that are going to be there, but let's actually talk about the facility itself. I know you guys are going to have an extensive workout facility. You're going to have a pool or multiple pools, a resistance pool. Let's talk about that. Tell me. Who wants to start?
I think the building is special from the outside in. It's going to incorporate a lot of newer building technology that has actually led to what they call a LEED certification, which is a form of green certification indicating the level of renewable resources, energy efficiency technologies that have been incorporated. And it's on track to earn a gold certification.
Oh, okay.
And nice. Yeah, the building materials themselves will include sustainable wood from sustainable sources, specific resin materials that will hold up to our famous gorge, sun and wind, and advancements in the heating ventilation system that make it quite energy efficient. So from the technological perspective, it's pretty advanced.
Substantial, yeah.
And a lot of attention has been paid to the aesthetic perspective. It's a place of health and wellness, and we want the surroundings to reflect that. So there will be a lot of features that are designed to be calming and pleasing to the eye and the senses. Of course, once you're in the spa or in the pool, it'll be even more pleasing.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem there.
Should be a feast for all the senses. And of course, there's a lot of windows, especially in the workout area, where you'll have essentially panoramic views of the river and the gorge. So you won't feel so much even like you're in a building, but like you're out there.
Right. Yeah, that was one of the things that, kind of as we were talking, I was thinking, most people don't think of a medical center as someplace they really want to go. You guys had talked about community, and it's just generally doesn't seem like somewhere somebody would want to go. But this one is very different. I mean, this really is more on the lines of a spa facility, like a high-end spa, rather than a medical facility, although it's extremely advanced on the medical side as well.
Right.
So you talked about gold certification.
Yep.
I just want to touch on that again, because that is really, I know it's becoming more and more and more popular, and people care about that a lot. So the fact that Mid-Columbia Medical Center stepped up to earn that certification really speaks to what you're trying to do. Tell me a little bit about that. What does that really mean, the gold certification? Do you know?
Well, there's several levels of certification. One of the other LEED certified buildings in town is the middle school.
Yep.
And so that earned a silver level. I think there's a few below, and I think platinum is the
top.
Ultimate.
Is the ultimate.
Okay.
So part of the philosophy of building a new project was to make it as sustainable and green as possible, because that's a value that's important.
Right.
So that to the extent that you can, you build that in.
Yeah. So is there anything else in the Northwest that you're aware of that's been gold certified?
Not locally.
Yeah, definitely not in the gorge.
Not in the region, the gorge region.
Not in the gorge, but we're using wind and solar, and like Paul talked about, the heating, ventilation, trying to be as energy efficient. A lot of our products in the facility are going to be green-based products, cleaning products. The pools are saltwater and ultraviolet. So trying to really think into the future, and that's kind of the whole point. Healthcare is changing, as we've all heard, and sick care is still there and very, very important. When we get sick, we need a quality location that we go. But now well care is kind of becoming the way healthcare is going. And so we're really actually ahead of the curve on this side of the country. It seems like it started growing on the East Coast. There are a lot of facilities like this throughout the East Coast and Midwest. There's a certification that you can actually receive meeting medical fitness standards. So that's our ultimate goal, which is why we chose the equipment we chose, that we can have great objective information come from the technological pieces of cardio and weight training that we have there to help an average person with personal training, and also help somebody who maybe had a heart attack and we need to monitor with the physician, to the level of the pools, having 3 separate pools at 3 different temperatures to meet and address the different needs of the people.
Cool.
Yeah.
So really, when you were talking about medical care is changing, and it's a lot more proactive.
Yes.
And this really represents that.
Yes.
It's showing that you invest in your health now. It's going to pay off in the future.
Right.
And the wellness center is really going to be able to focus on that and help people
Right.
do that. What are some of the other things besides like the resistance pool, the cardio? I know we've got Martina Rizzo coming on the third segment to talk a bit about the membership and some of the specific equipment, but sort of the more generalized things like the spa facility, perhaps.
Well, Mid-Columbia Medical Center has been very invested in integrative medicine for quite a while with the Plane Tree philosophy. So we have that large segment with the acupuncture, the massage, the aromatherapy, all the mind, body, spirit programming that will be up in the spa area and tied to it. And then obviously the outpatient therapy services, the physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy will be down there as well. The nutrition, the diabetes, I mean, integrated, our internal medicine, there'll be an internal medicine clinic down there, so some actual physicians and PAs practicing medicine down there. So it's really a nice hub to
absolutely
address all those needs.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sorry, go ahead, you were going to say something.
People will be physically close, doctors and machines and exercise, and also electronically close. Some of the technology that's incorporated in the exercise equipment is the ability to download information from the machines about what people have done on the equipment. You know, how long they've worked out, how hard, what their heart rate and other biometric parameters.
And they can like bring that back with them,
and that can be sent back to the physician.
Yeah, if they agree, we can. You're given like a thumb drive when you check it. If you want it, you don't have to. You can get on the machine and do whatever you want. But if you want to track everything you've done and have a personal trainer work with you, they can communicate back and forth to the physician and send that information.
So if you're going to go back and say, sure, I've been exercising 5 days a week, they'll be able to be able to call you to the carpet.
Yeah. So, okay, well, I want to find out more about the restaurant. I know there's some really interesting things that it's not a cafeteria at a hospital. It's quite beyond that. And I know Martina's going to speak to that a bit. But I want to thank you both for coming on. Really appreciate it. And we're looking forward to now that the public can get in there and utilize all of this. So we'll be right back with Martina Rizzo. So don't go anywhere.